Main conversation for today. In business and national development, groundbreaking projects often attract admiration and resistance. It is against this backdrop that Africa's richest man, Aliko Dangote, has accused powerful oil sector mafias of plotting to frustrate operations at his multi-billion-dollar refinery in Lagos. At the refinery's first anniversary of petrol refining, Dangote noted that both international traders and local marketers are trying to dump cheap, subsidized products in Nigeria to weaken local production. He insisted that the refinery was built to transform Nigeria's oil sector. Okay, joining us for more discussion on this issue. But before we do that, BK, let's quickly look at this matter before we bring in our guest. It's 1 year. Yes. Looking at this allegation by Dangote, first of all, when you heard it, what came to your mind?
Yes, Aliko Dangote is a businessman who has come this far because of his inventiveness, his desire to dare obstacles and surmount them. If you don't have that kind of can-do spirit, aggressive nature, you will never be a success in business like Dangote. And he knows too that many businesses have been frustrated in our country because of government policies and because of individuals who would rather, because of their selfishness, allow solid initiatives to crumble. So he was prepared for them. He knew that not many people will welcome his refinery. Remember, for many years, we had no refinery functioning in our country.
Yeah, we were just importing.
We were just importing. Some people built big tank farms, took loans here and there. For such people, the coming of Dangote Refinery will be seen as a threat.
Yes,
and
understandably
whatever they can do to keep themselves in business, because look, with that refinery coming on stream, it poses a threat to their own line of business. Because look, if Dangote can produce 650,000 barrels a day, that's more than the quantum of petrol that we consume on a given day. That's far more than our consumption level. So people would then ask the question, do we really still need
the tank farms?
The tank farms, do we really still need to import at the level that we used to import? Of course, the answer is no. And if we can reduce drastically the level of imports, we'll be able to save scarce foreign exchange and all that. And Dangote himself will be able to earn foreign exchange for the country because he also services markets outside of our country. So it's, for me, as an outsider looking in, I see this as a big contestation between two
players,
two group of players. The importers who will want the regime of importation to continue, and a man who has spent a fortune to build the biggest single train refinery in the world, who also needs to survive because he knows what it means. If these people continue to import and they even sell petrol cheaper than its own rate, then they will be in trouble. So I see this as a big battle between two contending forces, and I am determined to be as neutral as I can possibly be.
We'll try to be neutral. But you know when they say, when two elephants fight, the grass suffers.
Yes.
Now, the grass in this sense...
The truth also suffers.
The truth also suffers. But this Nigerians now.
Yes.
Nigerians now. But anyway, joining us for more discussion on this issue is an energy expert, Dan Kunle. Dan Kunle, thank you so much for joining us, sir.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
All right, then. So let's begin the conversation this way. I mean, it's 1 year since the Dangote Refinery began refining petrol. Talk to us. How will you describe its impact on the sector so far?
Yeah, thank you very much. Yesterday morning, I was on your competitor's platform, the Arise Television, on this same matter, because yesterday, coincidentally, was the 1 year anniversary of Dangote Refinery's pumping out PMS, the one you call premium motor spirit, that's petrol. And it has been very impactful. The last 1 year has been very impactful and very good opportunity for Nigerians to see the difference between when you depend so much on importation and when you do it locally yourself. This conversation will continue because the lifeline of Nigeria is oil and gas. Supposedly, it should be agriculture, food first. But unfortunately for us, we have even downgraded food. And oil has become the major issue that we talk about every day. So if you take the history of United States of America, they were consuming so much oil, and they were producing. But at a point, they were importing too much to meet their domestic need because they were the largest automobile country in the world in the 70s, in the 80s, in the 90s, although the Chinese have overtaken them now. But they were consuming so much, and they were importing. They were importing from Nigeria. They were also importing gas from Nigeria. They were importing our sweet crude, and they were importing gas. Our LNG was going to America largely. Today, United States of America sat down, all their private sector drivers. They sat down and said, look, we must break the jinx. Let us invest in fracking technology. And they did that. Today, they are doing 14, 15 million barrels per day. They are now the largest producer of crude oil in the world. So they are no longer importing from Nigeria, except if they import special grade crude from Nigeria for particular purpose. The same thing with gas. They were importing LNG from all over the world. Today, America is the largest producer of LNG and exporter of LNG. All the LNG receiving terminals in America, they have converted them to export terminals. So Nigeria, we are still battling between 22 million tons of LNG per day, per year, and 30 million that we are trying to achieve now. So Dangote Refinery came, coincidentally, with the time that President Tinubu won election to become the president of Nigeria. It's a good coincidence because President Tinubu has done one thing that other presidents could not do in the past. He decided to be the rat that has to bail the cat in the animal kingdom. President Tinubu said, look, I will bail the cat. And he did it. He removed the subsidy, deregulated the downstream that we have been trying to deregulate fully. So when he did this, and coincidentally, Dangote Refinery was just kicking in, it was a good coincidence. So that refinery startup helped to further consolidate President Tinubu's agenda of total deregulation in order to save the country from the subsidy scam. I use the word scam because it was never transparent. It was all fraud perpetrated along the line. So, and you can see what the subsidy regime also created in 2013-14. You remember the crisis where Ike Imokede, the current chairman of Access Bank, and Madam Nuhu Ribadu, that is the current NSA, they were asked by President Jonathan to look into the subsidy scam. So I think what we need to do is to assess the extent to which the volume coming out of Dangote Refinery has helped to save the Federal Treasury from dollar demand from central bank, and also to stem demurrage at the ports and to stem the excesses of the cabal that imports petroleum products. At times they import air, we were told. They will bring a vessel, and the vessel, what is inside the vessel, only God knows. So the coming of Dangote has brought a big shift, dramatic shift, phenomena. You cannot believe it. You need to visit that place. So I think this is what we should be fighting to protect. This country must fight to protect Dangote Refinery. It is the beginning of a new journey in this country. And I hope all of us will realize that and key into it. Allow new entrants to come. Nobody is stopping anybody. It's free entry, free exit. So I believe that the journalists that were conducted around there the day before yesterday on Monday, I believe they were very impressed because they saw something that some of them said they never believed was there. Yesterday was the Nigerian Student Association. They were there. They marvel also. So I think we are on the right course, and we are not in any way afraid of the cabals' threats all over the place. We are not afraid. This is competition. It's not a fight. It's a commercial fight. Thank you very much.